Yeah. I ate a lot of bread. And I regret it. No, I don't. It's so good. Customization. Subscribers only for chat. Yeah. Okay. Hmm. Oh, wait, did I actually get the link to the stream sent to my Discord? I don't think I did. I did not. Okay. So that all works. Good. Good, good, good. Excellent, some would say. Hi, Jordan. We're getting started. What does this one sound like? Yeah. How are you, Jordan? Just waiting for the regulars to get here. Oh look, one of the regulars. I mean, Jordan, you're of course a regular as well. So, I'm thinking that I'm going to play this well, we're gonna do this in 2 sections. One where it's like, oh, the, you know, the guys on the outside, and then another for the guys on the inside. Yeah. Whew. You excited? Or am I the only one? It will be kind of awkward if I am the only one. I'm excited. Good. Thank you for validating my ego. Also, I have been playing Minesweeper. Sorry. Oh yeah, does anyone have any sort of suggestions for more music to add to any of the playlists? Anything? Because, it'd be helpful. Oh. Well, it was worth a try. Is Skytown any good? No, I hate Skytown. Yeah, we should do that one. Alright. If I don't fucking start this now, then it never will. Alright. How's that for the audio? I'll do it a little more even. There you go. One second, I'm just scrolling up a lot. So, we ended last stream. You're here? If you're still at work, don't worry, because we've got the recap and then we've got the outside stuff to deal with. So you've got some time if you need. So, we started last, oh, you just got off. Fuck yeah. All right. So, the previous stream, we had witnessed how Field Commander Scott Ledger told the tale of while at a mansion in the town of Halviad, he participated in the murdering of a lot of people at the command of your dearest, Director of Field Operations, John Rahout, also known as Seller. We found out that he was named Seller because Seller got Ledger to drown a fuck ton of people, mostly innocents, although he claimed that they were all combatants, in a cellar. So yeah. One of the more heavy streams, I'll admit. So, they all got back. And... Sorry, no, before they got back, they also met with the wife of Charlie Fulthus and her new lover that she got. Charlie did not react. He just walked off. You'd think it's hard to miss someone who's that size, but he's been MIA. And after the crew responded less than preferably, to Ledger's admission, trying to prove to them that Sellers the monster. He realized that maybe, just maybe, it was a lost cause. And so, after trying to defend himself and trying to explain, trying to get through to them in some way, and failing to do so, no one could handle it. Absolutely not. There's too much to go through. And after some harsh words, a memo from Peddles the shark. Hey, where the fuck's Ledger? Tent's empty. His pack's gone. Left his diary here again, though. I read it. He doesn't have a crush. Sorry, Blackthorn. He sucks at poetry, too. Any of your characters can, at this point, read from Ledger's book with zero recourse. I would like to know if any of you have. The soldiers of the Third got through the worst of their grief. All good, Paige. And tried to adjust to their new commander with things such as... Dang it. Realizing how their new commander kind of gets hung up on certain details. All of this. We can't keep pointing fingers at a patch of dirt on a window and saying we can't see. No more detours, no hysteria, no press, no seller this, seller that, a pure team effort. Okay, so that sounds cool or whatever, but Ledger's not here. I think he stole my pen. I'm freaking out a little. It was a really good pen. If Scott isn't present, then there's a glaring weakness among the company, even if tensions are high. It'd be better for us to find him, than for him to go off on his own. If my pen isn't present, there's a glaring weakness in my writing ability. It would seem that I am the only competent one here. I need to find him, and resources can be put into finding your pen. Use one of mine. Look, we're scheduled to hit that fortress soon. I don't think there's time to look for him, or my pen. We've got to hit that thing. I've sent out a few scouts, but we're going to need most other hands on deck. We'll plan to win this fight. We'll plan this next fight out properly. Time frame? Soon? I can't believe you're asking me scheduling questions at a time like this. My pen is missing. Watch over Peddles, prevent him from causing any major problems. Internal memo from Field Commander Peddles Shark for the General Committee only. I understand ballpoint pens haven't been invented here, so I'm really pissed that my pen's missing. Overseas, we have pens with little balls in them that roll the ink on, and the ink's inside them, and you never refill them. I'm not using a fucking quill for this many documents. Like, seriously, there's no way I'm dipping it and accidentally dripping over hundreds of pages. Anyways, I'd like to request that if anyone finds Ledger, they retrieve my pen. I need it. Please do not whack your commanding officer with a broom. It is mean. Alex, motherfucker, you better not have my pen. What it look like? Blue tube, pointy. Don't bite it or it'll explode. Fine. Point is, I'm not apologizing. Not my fault I spoke up for myself and finally said what I had to say. If he didn't want to hear it, he shouldn't have come over to us. The point is the writing end of the pen. And things happened more. They tried to reconcile and make things better. Please refrain from making threats against fellow employees. And I found my pen. It was in my bucket. Little fuckers jacked it from me. Anyway, scouts came back clean, so I need to propose conclusions. Is Ledger dead, or did he ever exist in the first place? What if he was a figment of our imaginations this whole time? My money's on dead. He's definitely dead somewhere, probably. Jokes aside, I doubt he'll give up on us. He only has so many connections. Ledger's not dead. We would know when Seller comes bumbling over and saying he's in charge. I think it's more of a prance than a bumble. All right, let's talk business. Command wants to make this a... I'm fucking up my lines. This is going to be a great stream. All right, let's talk business. Command wants to make this one a statement. Swords only, negotiators exempt. We are not to accept a surrender, but if a non-aggressive enemy flees, we're to allow them to get away, Let them send a message, I guess. It's gonna suck if they've got heavy armor, which some of them do. It ain't steel mask shit either, so good luck. We'll try and get a better read on their defenses. This is how I ran things with my old group. Know the area, know the enemy, have a plan, and have contingencies. You guys weren't the first group they sent to take Valheim. Blame High Command. They forgot to take me off the mailing list, so I knew what was coming my way. Looked around camp. Ledger and Charlie still haven't got back. Seems we're doing it on our own. There's still a lot of bitterness towards Ledger. Understandably. Also, how does a 12-foot man hide from an army? So, they become friends more. I bet you look like a lumbering fat bear running anyways. What the fuck, Cricket? We do not call people the B word. Don't compare me to a bear. And yeah. Cut the chatter. Information's here. They're another merc outfit. Assaulting them directly is permitted because they're clients on our public shit list. Meaning anyone who shakes hands with them shakes hands with the devil. Meaning we kill the fuck out of them until they're dead. Swords only with ranged weapons allowed and negotiators exempt. Bodies will not be buried, but will not be disrespected. We're here to send a message. Don't fuck with us. Seller's orders. But our guys are pretty hyped as is, so I don't think we'll have a problem. Enemy forts along a mountainside. Only good routes, a long winding path that's telegraphed pretty badly. Designed so they can see us coming from a mile away. Siege engines will be a nightmare to bring up, even if Mackie and Holt are helping. Can't really build on site either. We'll be fully in range. Enemy has access to limited gunpowder. Might have a cannon on site, especially after fighting a negotiator. In fact, I'm willing to bet most of their rifles will be off limits if they're expecting 3 of them. Big boom for big guy. Tell you guys what, though. How about I go out and hunt a steer or something and we get A to work his magic? There. You said the wrong there. Wait, how do I know that? Alex tells Peddles stuff he already knows. Would it kill you to talk to me like I'm the boss? Because I'm literally the boss. Blackthorn mentions rat launchers. Depends how high we angle them. We're sending a message. The message is, if you insult us by working with people we don't like, we'll kill you with brutal efficiency. A 3-month siege is not in the budget. As much as I hate to agree with you, you have a point. And believe me, I hate to agree with you. Like, it caused me physical discomfort. You might just have tetanus. You should get checked out. Still haven't forgotten who we lost because of you. Everyone else might have, but I haven't. What happened? We need to focus. Tetanus is dangerous. You guys should get your shots. I know they exist. It's primitive as fuck, but y'all can get vaccinated. Imagine Ledger riding Charlie into battle like a noble steed. Surprised Alex or Leonard haven't gone after you, since Elle blames me for that, wanting me dead. They shouldn't blame you. It's not your fault, Blackthorn. Tetanus can happen to anyone. We're so fucked, it's not even funny. Now you're just, what is it, trolling me? I think I heard you say that in a similar context. Fine. Sorry, I'm just really high-strung. You're fine. It's the tetanus talking. We're this close to the enemy line, tearing each other apart will result in no one getting home. Is that what you want? Now, I'm not pulling a commander, but fuck's sake, I'll pull a parent. No more talking about the damn sickness. If we need to get our vaccines, we will. Stop trying to rip each other apart. You got anger? We'll build a punching bag to do it. We got one shot to make it back, and I'll drag all of you there, dead or alive, kicking and screaming. Except... yeah, I guess that works. Any objections? One objection. What? Blackthorn's acting like a real bear right now. Too soon? Excuse me. The fact you don't even acknowledge Marissa's the reason I don't respect you. I do not know who that is. She's A&L's sister. The one that you fucking killed in Valheim. Well, fuck. Really great on your part. Just throwing it out there. Seller put you guys on taking Valheim. And me on torturing the civilian population until they rebelled and make the takeover easier. Which is why I defected, because fuck that. Not trying to defend it, but it's a little fucked up how it all wraps around him in the end. He can't know about Ledger or Charlie going MIA. That'll get him panicked and thinking irrationally. He won't. Ledger's still getting full pay. Missing negotiator, that would get him snooping around. Last I checked, if something's out of place, even a hair, he comes looking for an explanation. And you let me worry about that. Ledger isn't the only liar around here. Liar, murderer, idiot, all sorts of tactically sound traits. I'll allow it. Does a duel count as a murder? I don't think so. But I did a lot of murders on the previous mission. Hence why I didn't want to repeat it in Valheim. And then, Cricket got a boar. Spears are cool. Blackthorn asks how she got it. A girl has to have secrets, my friend. The secret's a big spear. Killjoy. Knowledge deserves to be shared. Rather not share how I got it. Please don't tell me you stabbed up the butt. I'm too pissed to eat. Cranberry juice should help with that. And, yeah, we had some pretty solid interactions. I'm not the sort to really... Like, typically I discourage this level of, for lack of a better term, roleplay of it. But the interactions we've been getting are very organic and, like, they're nice. And a lot of the stuff is stuff that people would say. Like, it's nice. It comes naturally. I was worried Blackthorn's crash out was a bit much. Nope. I'd hardly call it a crash out. It was, pretty justified. And if anything, for him, it felt to me like he was definitely holding back a lot. Like, he's trying to keep it professional, but he's like, I fucking despise you. Excuse me. I'm required to request that you sign the requisition forms. As for the maps, I went through the trouble of running a few calculations and determined that here are among the most optimal, if excessive, plans of action. Make of them what you will. I don't see tetanus shots on this list. Adam. I don't think you guys understand the severity of tetanus. I'll see about booking a group speaker to help explain the dangers. He's got one leg. Corporate says he's very inspirational. Oh, and wear good boots. Rusty nails are dangerous. In-universe me is antisocial, but he starts talking when he's in a fight. Honestly, that's a solid character trait. Like, he doesn't really like, you know, hanging out with the group. But then, when it comes to the fight, the way he deals with the stress of actual, you know, fucking medieval combat is he becomes a bit of a chatterbox. He loosens up a bit. That's valid. 1 minute, we're all parent or sibling. The next, we're all knuckleheads. That's just... It might not be a realistic dynamic for people who would be in this hypothetical situation, but it's entertaining in a way. He becomes a clown. He literally does. He's an alcoholic clown. I think I've worked for one of those before. I took it upon myself to order the entire crew tetanus shots. You're welcome. Like Spider-Man. Okay. I will say, if any of y'all decide to participate in playing a character, please don't try to decide other characters' actions. Poor etiquette. Now, I will override this at times, and while it is still poor etiquette when I do it, it's for the purpose of either preserving the narrative direction or I'm trying to set something up. And, my opinion matters more than yours, because fuck you. Alex, buddy, fella, person, the maps you're running calcs on are out of date. Let's wait for new ones to come in. Also, I need to stress that Command wants them put to the literal sword. I'm aware other weapons would be better here, but we're not allowed. Sounds like an inspector will be meeting us on site, and he's straight-laced. I swear to God, straight-laced was like forward, like straight-laced, but that's apparently what it autocorrects to. Does my scimitar count? Is it a sword? The answer is yes. Why would it not be a sword? You might question our missing ranks if he's so straight-laced. I'll handle the bullshitting. You're all good, Paige. You're all good. I'm having fun recounting the tales of Peddles the shark. I'll handle the bullshitting. That's what you're good at. These comments will go in my quarterly report. We got a note from the opposing force. Messy handwriting. Attempting to read it now. Also, do we have a name for the enemy commander? If y'all want a fucking name. Like, it can be a guy, it can be a girl, it can be another. Who knows? I don't know if the best way of representing another gender, though, would be like the first character we put of it, we immediately murder. So, maybe stick to the binaries. I guess A is gender neutral, so we could do that one too. But I prefer if they, you know, we put new groups in a positive light before we introduce someone of that group that we immediately kill. Because that, you know. Can we not make an androgynous man? Can we can definitely make a man. Androgynous is just me in a skirt. Okay. Attention, 3rd Battalion LLC Management. We're not an LLC, but whatever. We are known as Ice Grip Conflict Resolution Services and Consultations. We're a firm much like yourselves in the mercenary trade. Consultation should come before services since it's a more specific term. Also, we aren't classified as a firm. Neither are they looking at their registration. We've been operating in the Carmage region for 13 years, keeping the peace as necessary. Several days ago, we were attacked without warning by a smaller contingent of armed forces. That's us. And we were forced to fight them off and eliminate the hazard. Now we're hearing reports that your group is mobilizing against us. Accurate reports. Are we to assume that you're unhappy with us? Yep. Please inform us of what we can do to improve company relations. We are fully willing to negotiate. Poor choice of words. So yeah, I cut out the boring parts. Something about statutes that we're violating by doing this. We don't really follow those. They shot at one of our scouts. They didn't use gunpowder to do so. They also used black ink. You're supposed to use blue ink on official documents. Some people have no respect for the rules in place. The world only works if everyone's playing the same game. Some people, man. They pissed off our higher-ups. We paid the price. I promise you, Valheim did not bring in nearly enough profit to warrant an invasion. Feels like a repeat of that story. And they aren't a battalion. Neither are we, technically. If Ledger's doing this to test us, I'm gonna be more pissed at him than I already am. Counterpoint, y'all failed the fucking test. Yeah. This is what I'm talking about don't know. That's not me. I didn't do that. Reasoning will become clear, but I shouldn't need to say that. Fuck you. I'm just giving you shit. It's all good. Last I checked, I didn't openly shit-talk him about it. God forbid we say what we feel. And then I went full-on Jimmy Carr on him. That's where I initially heard the quote. And while I don't agree with everything the gent says, this part I do. Freedom of speech doesn't mean freedom from consequences. Say what you want, but we're all free to react as we see fit. Granted, I wish he didn't react by leaving without signing off on half the paperwork I gave him. And yeah. Pre-use inspections. I'm so fucking funny. I fucking love cutlery. When I sent this, I initially thought I was in the general chat, but then I realized which one I was in, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it, sure. You'll have no clue how much I missed spoons when we were on the run. Tried covering one? I'm not a clever man. Clearly. This will go on my report, too. I just heard someone get cracked by a bowstring. It was in the groin. Do they have tetanus? But 15 on 100 chance, pending with that words. Cool. We don't do chances with tetanus. We're gonna assume he has it now. Shit, how do you deal with tetanus? When does his leg get cut off? He's not that hurt. Yeah, but he could be. Finally, something of substance. We're fucking 40 minutes into the stream. We intercepted a shipment of gunpowder. Sounds like 2 more made it through, though. Guns are now on the table. Frontliners will need to be wearing newer models of heavy armor. I know earplugs are a new technology and not all of you trust them, but please consider using them for this one. I'm kind of freaking out. I'm gonna have to spend half the profit margins on extra combat surgeons now. Can't heal a wound that has bullet fragments in it or it'll get infected later, which means the healing mages get standby pay, which means less budget for armor repainting in the summer, which means corporate might not let us in on the parade in the capital. It's times like these we need to remember what we've accomplished and what we're capable of, and how that can save us money. It's what Ledger would have wanted. A balanced budget. That's all he wants. Seems like they aren't playing anymore. They must be paranoid we haven't appeared yet. I mean, they did get fucked by 3 negotiators, though. We could have a little saboteur team to get in there and fuck with their powder stores or their cannon. A says, hey, don't blow yourself up. Peddles says, yeah. Falstein has a great fucking idea. I say we sabotage them, maybe steal some of their ammunition, and then for the actual battle, we start off by sending all 3 negotiators to tank what shots they do have until they've wasted everything, and then we strike. They'll panic. They will waste everything. So then, Peddles, in-universe, he was thinking the same thing. In reality, I was not, and that was actually a fucking phenomenal idea. Good news and bad news. Good news is that the enemy's panicking. They're trying to mass import supplies, but we keep seizing them. They probably have some hidden entrance in the mountains, so they're still getting what they need. But the carts they try to send by road are getting jumped and used to feed our guys. Costs are staying down, which means we might be able to make it to the parade this year. Bad news is that one of their munitions import carts got jacked by someone else before we got to it. So there may be a local bandit leader who now owns a fucking cannon. I'm gonna double up on patrols where affordable. Might have to nip that in the bud before some prick who fancies himself a warlord starts trying to arm his guys with firearms. Worse still, if they strike a deal with the cutthroats, then we might get bum rushed when we assault. And a cannon-supported bum rush is a pain in the ass. Whatever we plan, we need to ensure the bum is unrushable. Leonard is like, hey, use flour. Peddles tells him he's dumb. Excuse me. L says he's a killjoy. Cricket entertains the idea and Peddles shuts her down because good improv is saying no to people. It was a bad idea and you should feel bad. But that's okay. Because without bad ideas, we wouldn't have any good ideas by comparison. It's like publicly committing crimes in a nice neighborhood to keep the rent low. Some people walk so other people can run. But you? Man, you're lying down so nobody else gets last place. That's noble as fuck. You're a cool guy, Lenny. I like you. We should start a band someday. Leonard Skinnerd or something like that. Leonard admittedly gets a little mad at all of that. Pretty mad. I think I'll put Lenny on the infiltration team. Should be good to get him some fresh air. Who's going with him? I noticed Meg was typing a lot, and I don't know. I felt like fucking up her vibe, so I was like, you know what? Yeah, I know that look, Alex. I can put you on too if you want. Your choice. Pays the same either way. Also, full disclosure, we are Peddles is 100% permanently referring to Leonard as Lenny. Auburn's on a field job, so we can't get any info from her. Anyone who wants to can read Ledger's book. Command has approved the use of one standard mortar salvo. No bottle mortars, just standard anti-building munitions. We'll have to choose wisely where it strikes. Swords only for close quarters. None of that sword on a stick bullshit. The inspector's on site. I checked. He won't let it slide. Infiltration team can use anything. I can't even use my battle lance? Damn. You're on infiltration. What the fuck are you doing with a lance? Let me run really fast at them. It's almost as good as a horse. Cavalry is your jam, and I respect that, but war horses aren't very sneaky. Also, they can't sneak through caves. I was trying to make a joke and failed. That's okay, Cricket. People around here don't laugh at my jokes either. Is everything ready? Yep. And then blah blah blah, something dick joke about swords. Yeah. Joke about killing QC personnel. Please don't do that. Sea Dog, I'll throw you on directing the negotiators rather than the infiltration team. Except, she won't, because, Paige will be here today. So, that's cool. Anyways, that brings us to today. Wow. So, we are now in the planning room. I don't remember what color we made that big fucker, so I'm gonna make him orange. So, you arrive. Whew. I need a drink of water. You arrive in TARVEDT. The air up here is cold and dry. The fortress juts out of the rock, defiantly. Below you, a forest of birch burned. Recently, by the looks of it. The doors ahead of you are fully shut. With many of our force on the infiltration team, with the goal of destroying the 2 powder storehouses, what do? We have 1 mortar salvo. We can negotiate with them in the traditional way. What would you like to do? God damn it. No, you were supposed to fucking play that repeatedly. Now we'll play a different one. Also, why am I behind the chat box? Ignore that. Okay, I'm back. Alright. Well, I am waiting for some sort of input on what the guys outside are doing. I'm back too. Oh, fuck yeah! Okay. Good. I think you 3 are gonna be our only participants for tonight, so I'm counting on y'all. What is the outside team's strategy to start? Are they going to send a messenger to the gates? Because they have seen us coming from a while away. They have not fired on us. They have seen that we have 3 negotiators. Peddles turns to you, Cricket. Well, we're going to send you around to the other side of the fucking mountain. Because, as it turns out, there's a tunnel, an old supply tunnel, that you can get just inside into their kitchen from. It'll take you an hour or 2 to get there, but we can buy time. Granted, they don't seem that aggressive yet. Something tells me they don't want to fight. Sucks to be them. What should our team do? It should be small enough to fit. Oh yeah, well, it was designed to get supplies ferried in and out, so you should be able to walk through pretty comfortably. A few parts might have collapsed a little bit, but you've got a team with you. You'll be all right. My question is, looking at our map here, I've got 2 locations marked with red X's. Those are going to be your objectives, the powder storehouses. From the provision/kitchen area, which do you think you'd want to go for first? Keep in mind that the second that you're either seen or you make a big boom, everything's going on high alert. And I think that's when the team outside will have to start, you know, we'll do our single shelling. And that should be that, hopefully. Sooner we're down the armory, the better. What do you guys think? Nobody else seems to really, think much. Now, the only problem is that there's 2 armories. There's this one up here, and this one out here. And a lot of open ground. Now, realistically, when the big boom happens, they're going to be rushing to either armory. To do a big murder on you. Or rather, they might not know you're in there, but they'll think something's happening. All I need from you guys is to just tell me where we want to bombard. We only get one. We need you. All of you. Right side area is bigger and more spread. So you're saying that we should use it... We should shell their armory in medbay? Also, I don't know what the fuck is in this building. Oh, wait, that's a decent idea. If you guys deal with this one, when it explodes, we shell their powder reserves here. A diversion would be necessary. I agree. So I think we will send someone up, unless you have a better idea, in which case I'm fully fucking listening. Trust me. I think that's our ticket. We go in, we do a big banger on them, they die, and then we win, and we all have ice cream. Huh? We need more dynamic music. Channel Thorntail Hollow. Gives us a small window to reach command. If word gets out, we're in trouble. True. Okay. Let's see. So, you go from the provisions, you know, find a way to detonate this without blowing yourself up. And then, fuck, where do you go from there? You can't go to the left, because that's the housing and the armory and the training grounds. So if anything goes fucking wrong, you gotta fucking book it. There's also 2 guard houses here. Now, realistically, you could go get it, excuse me, get it ready to do a big boom, and then hide in the kitchen again. That could work. Or, we have you go there, and then we see if you can go and fuck with their commander. Do you think that would work? It's a bit riskier, but you know, worst case scenario, I can pretend to be one of them. I don't know. They seem to be a relatively tight-knit group. It could be worth a try. No, that'll be alright, swag. Oh, I see. All good, bud. Alright. So then, this is your mission now. You come in from outside. You pop up in the kitchen. Sneaky as fuck. You work your way out. It's probably gonna be like out through there. You do a thing so it'll blow up on command. You run back in here. You cause the big boom. Hide it out until people go past. And then when you think you're safe to do so, you run the fuck into the command place. Now, if things go bad, you can either try to run back through that tunnel, or you can hole up in their provisions or armory. You can make your way onto the walls and probably barricade yourself in one of the turrets. You could fight your way through the lobby, and no, you die right there, so don't do that. What do you think? Do we risk it to attack their command? I need input from somebody on it. No. When I say turret, I mean like the big, not like a turret that shoots things. I mean like the big round towers. Those are called turrets. Yeah, sorry. No, they don't. They might have. There might be a fucking catapult on top. Who knows? You know what? Yeah, I'm making it official. You go in, get a snack in the kitchen, make a big boom outside, go back to the kitchen, see if you can fuck their dad. If you can't fuck their dad, then you go and you steal a house. Okay? Fuck the song. It's risky. It could work. Corporal Flash, it's good to see you. Alright. Could work is good enough for me. Now, outside. Again, the plan is, when they go, they start the big boom, they fuck the dad, and then they go and they start squatters' rights. We go and shell the fuck out of their powder reserves on this side. Then, we send the 3 negotiators to bash down the fucking door. And preferably these 3 turrets. Oh yeah, I should probably boom. And then we enter. From there, we can link up. Well, we start. They'll have this part kind of sectioned off, But that's fine. Because if we can take control of the provisions, then they don't really have much of a choice but to abandon the place, because there'll be no fucking way to hold out. And we can link up with our guys if they've fucked the dad, or if they've done squatters' rights. And over here, I don't know. We do a murder on them. And they run away. If there's a cannon on the turret, we can turn it onto them. Yeah. Alright. Let's fucking do this! Okay. Do I have any music that's good with sneaking? We'll make it work. Infiltration team. One sec. You make your way through a network of tunnels. It's convoluted, it's awkward. Some parts you have to squeeze through, but you do wind up and find yourselves in the kitchen. There's a couple of you. There's a bunch of walls and other things in the kitchen, but I didn't draw them, so fuck you. You notice that right near the door to where you need to go, there's a couple of line cooks. Right now, they're all dealing with their own stuff. They do not currently see you. That's supposed to be a table of some sort. You can get past them quiet. Oh yeah, I should ask, what sort of weapons did you guys bring? Sword and a dagger. Okay. What about you, Falstein? What did you bring? Same? Okay. Your infiltration team that admittedly is probably smaller than this, but whatever. Here, we'll put 5 people. That's a good number. Move through. And you notice the line cooks, they're seeming to move around a lot in their stations. You're not entirely sure if you can get by them without them seeing you. The rooms are well lit. There's not much cover. All spills, we can whack them with a cast iron. It'll be a 6-on-5. Are you willing to make this risk? If you are, then let's do it. Any ideas? Suggest we cause a distraction. Good idea. What do we do? Put these guys on another layer. Well, you want me to go out there and try to flirt with him? All right. I'll work with that. Falstein, you grab a can of food, and you roll it, and it goes into the other room. One of the line cooks sees it, and he tells everybody, okay, I'll go figure out if there's a rat in the storeroom. So he goes in there, and he's searching through everything. There are now 5 line cooks. And 1 line cook that will hear you immediately if you attack people. Corporal Flash grabs a nearby mouse and he throws it in that room. The other cook screams, "What the fuck? There's another one!" So another one, or another of the line cooks, runs into that room. Corporal Flash might be a new addition to the team, but he's fucking good. He's trained with a rat launcher. Alright. You do a weird cricket sound, and you throw a seed at one of the cooks. He says to the other guys, I think I need a fucking... I need a minute. So, he walks up, and he rounds the corner. What do you do? I grab and chokehold, stealth takedown. You all together swarm and cover this guy, and while there's sounds of shuffling, you do neutralize him. The three down here, while they don't know what they heard, they fucking heard something. Like, okay. Jim? Jim, you okay? What's going on, Jim? Jim? Uh-oh. He might have had a heart attack. Here. Bobby. You're cool. Go check it out. Make sure Jim's okay. Bobby rounds the corner. Oh, God! What do you do? We should make our way out of here. Which way will you go? Towards command or towards the objective? Oh, God! Oh. Chip, whatever name you were saying, what's the matter? Bonk. And they both go down. So they're like, all right, something's fucking weird. Toward the objective. All right, you go first. One of them rounds the corner. Just putting these guys on another layer real quick. What are you doing? Ding dong and roundhouse kick the cook. Okay, 1 second. All right. Falstein tackles the first cook to the ground, while Cricket jumps up and kicks the other one hard. Just as these two guards are deciding to come back because they've heard a bit of a scuffle. These two guards are neutralized. But oh no! Guards! Guards! Shit's bad! Bad shit! Ah! Ah! Is there hot cooking oil? Yes, there should be some on the tables. In pots. Oh my god! Ah! Ah! Oh! The fake shark on the internet was right! Shit sucks and then you die! Ah! Excuse me. Oh fuck! Oh fuck! You all. Well, Faustine splashes hot oil on them, making them scream louder than thought possible. Good, Faustine. You really showed them. Good job. You guys neutralized those guards quick enough. But unfortunately, please be a good audience or a good soundtrack. You hear people clamoring. And seconds later, you hear a horn. A big boom. You dash into the armory. Yeah, there's... I mean, the beds are right here. So, yeah. So they see you doing that. What do? Do you run outside to the objective right here? To blow it up real quick? Do you sneak back, or not sneak, do you run back into the kitchen? What do you do? Run. Which way? Objective? Alright. Faustine urges everyone. Run for the objective. You reach the storehouse. The door is locked. You would shut the door behind you. And, I would say that, Corporal Flash barred the door with his blade. So nobody can get out yet. Even though blades are, you know, you can most definitely bend or break those. So it won't hold for long. Kick down the storeroom door. You kick down the door. You look inside. Jackpot. Barrels upon barrels upon barrels of gunpowder. The room is stacked to the ceiling. Excuse me. Now the only question is how to light it and get away. Now, of course, the two guards who are in this guardhouse here come running in, and you do dispatch them quickly. Of course, 2 more guards run out from here. Use a dagger to make it... Okay, I want to make it very clear. You are in the gunpowder storehouse. Are you sure you want to make a spark? Right here, right now. We'll make a trail. Okay, that's a bit of a better idea. The guards from this place run out, and they unbar the door. They are now attempting to get into here. As these guards now exit. You hear some more commotion outside as I'm just reusing assets. More of them arrive and more. Is there a way to leave out through the guardhouse? Not anymore. They're banging on the doors. There are no windows in here. Ignore the fact that it'd be hard to see. We're allowing that to not be a thing. There's less of them on that side. This is based on what you know. If you would like me to make it a bit more thematically realistic, there's probably a lot who are now streaming out of here. Crap baskets. And then you hear yelling outside. You hear the words, "Look out." You hear the words, "What the fuck is that?" And then you hear, hopefully this is a good sound. I have not tested this beforehand.
Budget.
Without the people happen, you hear a fucking cannon go off directly outside the door. As everything in this general vicinity is fucking deleted. Which fucking paint layer? That one. Hi, Meg. It's all right. Long story short, you guys got in here. Things blew up. Like you got noticed. A lot of people noticed you. You ran into the storehouse and you did get surrounded, but now you've just heard a massive fucking cannon shot directly outside. You hear a knock on the door. It's a big knock. The knocking bashfully starts again after you don't open the door. The knock becomes a rhythm. You open the door. And you see Charlie Fulthus, Field Commander Scott Ledger, and Field Commander Bridget Auburn. Charlie stands holding a cannon in his left hand, cradling it under his arm. It's still smoking. Ledger's surprised by the hug, but he accepts it. He, turns to the rest of you. I know. We'll talk after. I just need a quick, there it is. Yeah, that's a good sound. Yeah, that'll work. You guys step outside. Auburn helps Charlie reload the cannon. Ledger turns to you guys. Well, what's the plan? We've only got a couple seconds before they fucking start coming. This isn't a big building. Ledger looks back at you, Alex. He shakes his head. Look, if you want, I can go back away, but I figured you might need a fucking hand. He looks around at everyone still standing there. It's like, fucking move! And he hurries you inside. Where is the thingy? There we go. Auburn lights the fuse. Thank you, Scott. Ledger smiles at you. And then he puts his visor down on his helmet. Charlie... They back away, and Charlie blasts his cannon at the storehouse. As a shock to nobody, it fucking explodes. Charlie smashes through both doorways and then drags a cabinet. That shit must have a huge shockwave. Oh yeah, you guys are knocked the fuck down inside. And of course, you didn't see it and never will, but Ledger was kind of thrown back and, you know, bonked on the wall. And Auburn was fucking fine because enchanted armor. Charlie smashes through both doorways, puts something in front of the hole. Auburn dusts herself off. All right. Where to? And that's when you hear the next explosion. As the mortar strikes. And the powder obliterates the entire eastern half of the fortress. Whoops, that's the same paint layer. We got command next and regroup. Got it. Oops. You guys push through. You allow Charlie to take the lead because he's been a good boy. He would like to take the lead. And so he does. Hearing footsteps behind the door, Charlie fires the cannon through the door. On the other side of it, you notice a big gaping hole and a lot of viscera. You guys enter, taking care not to slip. And Charlie enters, taking care not to slip. You look around, trying to see if the enemy commander is anywhere in this room. Doesn't seem to be. And none of the corpses or bits of corpses look relatively expensive, so you assume that it's fine. He must have gone out to fight. Need to put Auburn on her own layer. Auburn goes to the doorway. She stands at it, weapon in hand. If we survive this, I want to ask you something. Oh, we're fucking surviving. Auburn stays behind to manage the onslaught. And by manage, I mean stand there as they fire round after round into her armor to no effect. They then come up closer with spears to no effect. They then come up closer with hammers to no effect. They then come up closer with daggers to... It would be some effect, but she moves and, like, attacks back, so it's pretty fucking ineffective. Charlie ushers you all into the turret. And Ledger bars the door behind you. You go up the stairs to where Charlie can see out the window. He then aims his now reloaded cannon towards where Auburn is. He fires. Auburn looks back, having tanked a admittedly not direct cannon shot. It's hard to see her, but through the hole and everything, you can see that she flips Charlie off. She then begins walking back. She opens the door, climbs the stairs, sits down, and says to Ledger, "Don't fucking do that again." You glance at Charlie's pad and it says sorry. You see through the hole that more soldiers are approaching, but they see the fucking mess in front of them. And they turn back. You also look out the window. And you notice that, your friends have begun to overrun the courtyards. Miss Auburn, your armor's impressive. She barely regards your comment, still fairly dazed from the explosion, and mumbles a thanks. She struggles to get the helmet off. Ledger attempts to help her, but he can barely lift the helmet. Up here! You won't believe who you got. You do see Peddles down below. He's leading the charge for once! He looks up. Ledger yells down to him. 2 minutes later than I said I'd be. Peddles yells back up. I didn't know if you were gonna show. And then Peddles continues to help with the fighting. And by that, I mean he carries a gun. Because I'm pretty sure if he did attempt regular combat, he would get fucking annihilated. So he kind of hangs back and just fucking pulls triggers. Glad you did show up. Ledger shakes his head. We'll see. So much for the no gun policy. If I recall correctly, ranged weapons were not restricted. Melee was. Ace snipes an enemy bowman with a crossbow. Ledger gives him a thumbs up, or them a thumbs up. Ledger draws his pistol and aims it out the window. He laughs a little bitterly. Puts it away. No way I could hit anything at that range, but it's a nice thought. Yes, Swag. That is correct. It's up to you if you were involved in the main assault or in the infiltration team. You hear a knocking on the door below. It's a frantic knock. Help! Help! They're breaking in! Help! Help! Come on! Help! Please! Help! No, you're not fucking throwing knives, man. Come on. Please! There's so fucking many of them! Ledger shakes his head. No, no. Charlie, reload the cannon. What's your name, soldier? I'm your fucking boss! What are you talking about? Charlie looks sad. You realize he doesn't have any more powder. But he has an idea. He grabs the cannonball in his hand, looks down, and drops it. And then you hear nothing else from below. Until they got the captain! Holy fuck, they got the captain! Nice shot, Charlie. Charlie gives you a finger gun. He gets the door. How are you alive? You open the door and realize the enemy commander is very much not alive. The cannonball being dropped on his head from 3 stories up has changed that. The fighting continues for a bit. But in truth, it really is over by now. Excuse me. Where's the thingy? Sup, infiltration team? I need to get another Peddles out here. Peddles walks up past you, straight to Ledger. Gives him a grin and a handshake. Charlie accepts the high five He's not capable of facial expressions, but you're pretty sure he's smiling. Ledger just kind of looks back at the carnage and just takes a deep breath. Fuck, I wish I had a drink right now. Auburn hears it, comes over, and offers him a sip from her canteen. He takes a long, or he attempts to take a long sip, but immediately spits it out. She laughs a little. Can't handle the strong stuff. Bit of a softie these days, aren't you, Scott? Ledger glares at her and then takes the canteen back, drinking it a lot more confidently now. All right. I trust everything went to plan. I hope everything went to plan. You have no fucking idea how hard it was to find this big guy. Not bad, rookie. He's not a fucking rookie! Scott, your replacement was frustrating. Ledger looks at you and says, "My name is Ledger. And that replacement is your commanding officer." How many casualties did we have on this? Out of your infiltration team? Because I don't count any. I've seen 6 of our corpses, and I've seen all of theirs. I'd say it's worth a little frustration. Look, I'm aware that we've had quite a few disagreements, some justified, some less. I would hope that this at least somewhat restores a little bit of faith. I'm not asking for all of it. Far from it. Yes, sir. I sound annoyed. He nods. Like I said, you're allowed to hate me. You just gotta work with me. Give me a moment. All good. You came back. That meant some things. What, you think I could fucking afford to send all of you guys to look for... well, to look for Charlie? Fuck it. You know what's kind of cool? Apparently, Folthus and I have served on the same unit before. And I say that because, he fired the fucking cannon to open the mansion. Yeah, he was part of that unit the whole fucking time. I don't think we ever spoke, but... yeah, no. Sorry, he wasn't part of the unit the whole time, but when we came into Halvide, we not subcontracted, but we supplemented with our local forces. He was with them. Apparently around the time he met his, is it ex-wife now, Charlie? Charlie gives the hand motion of so-so. Ledger nods. Yeah. Like I said, we've all got quite a bit of guilt. I'm saying like I said a lot. I don't give a shit. Excuse me. You're men of so many secrets. To be fair, I'm pretty sure Charlie couldn't tell you that story very effectively right now. I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again, but... Charlie, you're cool. Charlie gives you finger guns too, accidentally dropping the cannon in the process, and then hurriedly picking it back up. It's like... Peddles kind of laughs a little. I didn't know for sure that he was actually coming back, but, you know, he did leave me a little note. Falstein looks around to see if the inspector/snitch is in earshot. Peddles smiles. Oh, I'm sure he's having a great inspection somewhere far, far away. Also, I might have sent him the wrong date for the invasion. What? People make typos all the time. His fault for being late. I still had to get us all prepared to follow the rules just in case, because, you know, if he was here and then we weren't doing that, we'd be fucked, but, you know. Anyways, yeah. Guess we count our fallen. No, there's... We've lost 14 today. 14 of them. I've already got the life insurance policies written up, or not written up, you know, like I've got the... Sergeant Sam and I have been fucking busy, okay? He's good with writing. Very good with writing. So, you know, and I found my pen. So it's gonna be good. We've been writing a lot. Like half of this fight has just been me going around and just double checking the names of people to make sure, like, okay, you're still alive and all that. Like, it's a lot of work. I try hard, and I do good work, and you should be proud of me. Be proud of me. Peddles turns to L. I'm sorry for calling you Lenny. It's just a nice name, and I like it. Ledger steps in between you two and just says, "You're not obligated to forgive him. I want to make that very fucking clear." Again, you can hate him, but you gotta work with him, okay? We'll all get our time to atone. Anyways. Enough shriving. You guys did good. Excellent fucking work. Now, the infiltration was a bit iffy, but hey, no one died. Except, you know. May I borrow from your alcohol stash? Like I borrowed from your coffee stash? Knock yourself out. Drink responsibly, but have a good time. Yeah. Again, not asking for the bridge to be fully rebuilt right now. But I will ask for your cooperation. Thank you. Fuck yeah. Okay, stop the music. End scene. Bit of a shorter one today, but I think it went very well for what I had wanted. Holy. Yeah. I'd want it to be a little more, what is it? I want it to be a little more interactive than the past couple ones have been. I appreciate you guys working with me on that. I know we started off a little slow, but I'd say we did good. I did want to give those 3 negotiators some more spotlight, but I fucking forgot. So, fuck it. I don't care. Fuck Mackie, Holton, Flynn. Oh, Swag is canon. His character is fully canon. And the rat launchers are canon as well.
And with that, the 3rd Battalion is reunited and ready to face whatever challenges them next.
He is both canon and canon. But yeah. The way I've worked it out for us to have, someone that batshit crazy in a not batshit crazy, but someone who's willing to throw piss bottles at people. Like the way that I had it where he would have initially gotten hired on was with Faustine. His introduction with Eship was he had shares in a circus, and that's why we had things like fucking performance bears and rat launchers. So then, Swag was just a higher up in that sort of circus. I don't know if a clown tribe will fit in with the canon, but like the CANON, but a traveling circus thing, that would work excellently if that's something you're cool with. Again, any lore with your characters is subject to change based on your, consent to it. I'm not going to force you to be like, yeah, Faustine is bisexual. And then, boom, Faustine's now permanently bisexual, even if he was, like, explicitly straight. Like, no, it's not like that. But yeah. One of the clowns that couldn't use magic in my family. Yeah. In this universe, magic is based on blood type. So, yeah. Swag has a crush on Auburn. Most people will have a crush on Auburn. Auburn's. Admittedly, Auburn is hot as fuck in my. I know I haven't really built anything up to her, but I'm attracted to women in armor. I'm attracted to strong women. And I'm not going to continue on that path because this is a canon lore stream that will be in that. Yeah, Spike's part of the attack team. Auburn needs art. Yep. I have to redo the helmet design that we agreed on because it's literally a steel mask, and I gotta not do that. Airways by M might have had a wife. We killed the lesbian? Damn it! Someone in an infiltration team said that. Ah. Fuck yeah. I need to know which of the people here, of course, have your characters read Ledger's book? You had that period of time where y'all were pretty fucking mad at him. The book was there, and there's no fucking consequence to reading it. Swag thinks she's cool and is good friends with Charlie. That's valid. Cricket did not read it. Okay. Falstein has enough respect. Blackthorn didn't care. Neither of mine read it. Really? Damn. Y'all are way too fucking trustworthy. Except for when you aren't. But... A flipped through to see how much was filled out. Is this an actual book or an in-universe type thing? So, in the Discord server, we have the section that is just called Ledger's Book. And it's got all these entries. Including a cool one on Charlie. And yeah, this is all canon and written in, like, this would all be located in Ledger's actual fucking book that he keeps on his bedside unguarded. Peddles also has one now, but, you know, it's kind of eh. Dear God, what? Should release his book as merchandise. You're goddamn right. Someday, when this is more successful, we will. So I don't read much. That's all right. That is perfectly all right. That's why at the start of these, I do tend to summarize the more important parts. Excuse me. Yeah. How can Charlie like mangoes if he doesn't have a tongue? The tongue is removed in the negotiation process, but isn't discarded. Instead, it's worked in such a way that it migrates down the throat and fuses to the esophagus on all sides. Basically, it turns into a throat sphincter. Comic or manga guy. Never have fun with novels or books. They bore me. That's valid. That's valid. But yeah. Well, my throat hurts. I'm sleepy. Not really. I'm not sleepy. I am genuinely tired. I did a lot of fucking physical labor yesterday. And a lot of mild physical labor today. In that I threw the ball for the dog a lot. And I picked up peacocks against their will. And cuddled them against their will. They didn't like it, so I stopped doing it, but I did pick a couple of them up. All right, guys. I'm fucking tired. Oh wait, no, we can do the proper one. So, Swag, I'm waiting on Shin for his reference. And Payne's model, we'll have to ask him about it. He always says the name of it. Yeah. Thank you guys for coming out. I'm gonna sleep. Yeah.